the big participation in our launch of the Deutsche Bank Cycle Tour. It's our 13th edition, of which Deutsche Bank's sponsored quite a few years now, and I'm sure Mike will tell you about it. Big thank you to Deutsche Bank, who is our head sponsor. That's why they have the name of the race. And big thank you to DHL, and big thank you to Access Stroke Michelin, who are our main sponsors. I'd like to call on Mike Bird, Chief Country Officer of Deutsche Bank, who will say a few words. Thank you.
Barry Harhoff, Chairman of the Deutsche Bank Mauritius 1000K Cycle Tour Organisation Committee. Thank you. Members of the media, bonjour. I'm Mike Bird, the Chief Country Officer of Deutsche Bank Mauritius Limited, and it's a great pleasure for me to be with you here today for the official launch of the Deutsche Bank 100K and 50K Cycle Tour 2011. This is the 8th consecutive year that Deutsche Bank has acted as lead sponsor for the two tours, more commonly known as Anneau de Pédalé. We have noted from year to year that the Anneau de Pédalé has become a popular sporting discipline in Mauritius. And we see the momentum that was built has also extended to our staff from Deutsche Bank. Indeed, Michael Whelan from Deutsche Bank Dublin will be aiming for his third completion of the tour this year, in line with me as well. I'm also attempting the 100K tour that year. And also Andreas Kauscher, who is the Chief Country Officer of Channel Islands in Jersey, Guernsey, and the Chairman of our Mauritius Board, is also visiting Mauritius to compete for the first time. Other staff who cannot make their way to Mauritius will make a financial contribution through sponsorship. We have many of our local colleagues have friends and colleagues of Deutsche Bank, and news of the cycle race is actually transmitted throughout Deutsche Bank, so we're aiming to raise a lot of money. We also have new recruits. I do sort of mention at the interview that it's compulsory that they do the cycle race, but actually that's a little bit of a joke. But we do get lots of new recruits who are keen to take part in the race. And this year we've got 41 Deutsche Bank staff preparing to sail up. We'd therefore like to encourage all Mauritians to take part in this sport and join us for the 2011 cycle tour. The event is not just a sporting occasion, but an opportunity to share a fundraising event with the family. It is not difficult to cycle, certainly the 50. A reasonable amount of training is required to cycle 100. I hadn't cycled at all before I came to Mauritius, but with a little bit of training I managed to cycle to the 100. So I would like to encourage everyone to try that. We'll start with the 50, but it's not as difficult as it may appear. Through the medium of the cycle tour, our partners, the Circle, we have raised sufficient funds for many worthy causes in Mauritius. Last year, the bank cyclists raised a total of 290,000 Mauritian rupees. Some of that money went towards the Flag Disabled Centre, which was constructed with Deutsche Bank funds from the Asia Bank Foundation. And the rest of the money was donated to the Circle's fundraising division for further distribution to the poor. This year, any surplus funds will also be donated to the Circle's charitable trust. Around the world, Deutsche Bank operates on behalf of numerous communities in which it's located, and we also forge partnerships with a large range of organisations, always with the objective of achieving positive, sustainable change. We are therefore delighted to extend our partnership to the Circle and support their endeavours on behalf of the people of Mauritius. As I said, our staff are very enthusiastic about the race, and last year in total around 1,300 cyclists comprising overseas professionals, amateur enthusiasts from home and abroad took part. Alongside them last year we had 37 investors. So let's make this event a success, and I wish everybody good luck for the race. Thank you.
is now registered with the CRA funds, and we are now authorized to collect from not only the Cycle Race but many other companies. And over the past years, since CRA has been introduced, the circle has raised, I think it's over 5 million rupees from other areas, and these funds have all been put to a very useful use with charities around Mauritius. So the circle is really growing, and this race certainly improves our profile so that more and more people are donating money to the circle. I'd also like to thank Hervé Floor, Chairman of the Cycling Federation, for his input into this race. Hervé organises the police, permits, all sorts of things. And then this year we've changed it slightly. Normally the circle organises the race completely, but I've now done it for 13 years and I'm not going to be here forever. So we've now got CRA involved jointly with us in the circle in organising the race with the Cycling Federation. And hopefully in the next couple of years I can hand more and more over to Chris. So that's why Chris is here this year. And Chris, if you could just tell us about the changes they're planning to the race. You are planning some changes. And thanks, Chris.
Okay. Thanks, Warren. Comme vous savez, le circle nous a donné à faire la logistique de la course et l'organisation de la course. Et pour la sécurité des coureurs, étant donné que la course devient de plus en plus grande tous les ans, on a fait quelques petits changements. Concernant la route, arrivé à Poutre d'Or, au lieu de, on va faire de nouveaux bypass par Saint-Antoine jusqu'à Mont-Loisir-Rouillard, ensuite aller à l'espace maison. Ça sera le premier petit changement. Le second changement, c'est les 50 km vont maintenant commencer au Waterpark. C'est à Belma, d'accord. Troisième petit changement, les batches. Le groupe, on va réduire un peu les batches, on va avoir beaucoup plus de batches, mais avec moins de coureurs par batch. C'est toujours pour la sécurité des coureurs, parce que l'année dernière, c'était un peu trop, le batch était un peu trop grand, on a eu quelques gars qui sont tombés. Et après ça, on va faire la police arrêter le trafic, parce que l'année dernière, il y a tout le monde qui suit, alors je demande à tous les Mauriciens, surtout qui vont suivre la course, s'il vous plaît, de ne pas suivre la course, de s'arrêter au bord de la route, de regarder les coureurs passer, mais ne pas suivre la course. Parce que l'année dernière, on avait 300 voitures qui suivaient la course, et quand les 50 km ont passé, mais il n'y avait pas de place pour repasser. Alors, on va faire la police arrêter le trafic cette année, et les envoyer sur une petite route à côté, comme ça pour que les coureurs puissent passer. Ça c'est un. Je veux comme vous savez, tous les ans, pour la course, nous invitons des coureurs étrangers, qui sont quand même des noms. Cette année-ci, nous avons décidé de prendre 4 Sud-Africains et un Réunionnais. Alors, des coureurs qui viennent d'Afrique du Sud, de Dieuban, il y a un coureur du team Sassol qui s'appelle Richard Baxter. Le team Cycle Lab Toyota, William Bush. Et le MTM Quebeca, c'est Martin Weisman. Et côté filles, nous avons invité la fille qui vient de gagner les championnats d'Afrique, Lynette Berger, qui a battu Aurélie, je crois, par une minute, elle revient à la course, alors ce sera bien de revoir Aurélie continuer encore. Et côté Réunionnais, nous avons invité cette année pour la première fois Réunionnais Jean-Denis Armand, que les Mauriciens connaissent bien, et il sera parmi nous au départ aussi. Ça c'est deux. L'autre changement à la course, ce sera les chips. L'année dernière, nous avions pris Championship, qu'il fallait mettre le petit chip au pied. Cette année-ci, nous allons changer. Il y a beaucoup de changements pour prendre le temps des courses. Et maintenant, ce qui se passe, c'est que les gars, ils prennent un barcode qu'on vient mettre sur le casque. Avec des antennes, il y a 50 de la route, et ça prend, c'est un peu, ça marche pareil comme sur le pied, et c'est beaucoup plus efficace sur le casque là-haut. Et c'est pas aussi cher qu'avec le chip code. Ça c'est aussi, tous les coureurs vont mettre ça cette année. Hein. Et après, ce qu'on demande, c'est que ce qu'on a fait cette année, c'est que pour les Mauriciens, les entrées, comme vous savez, c'est 350 roupies par coureur. Et si c'est reçu avant le 30 septembre. Après le 30 septembre, l'entrée va être de 500 roupies par coureur. Ce que nous voulons réellement, c'est que tous les coureurs soient enregistrés avant le 30 septembre pour nous donner l'occasion de refaire le numéro et de bien préparer la course quand les coureurs vont venir au Codan pour prendre le numéro. De mon côté, c'est tout.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Are there any questions or anything like that the Professor would like to ask?
The track, le parcours, the track, over 100, same
Same,
as
except when you get to Poudre d'Or, we go the bypass à Saint-Antoine. Le nouveau bypass de Saint-Antoine.
le point du départ, departure at point
Departure, same place, at close to my board.
point distance.
Yeah. I think the big, as Chris has already said, the big thing we're trying to get right this year is to try to get people to enter before the end of the month. Because that puts a lot of pressure on us to get people in the right groups when they enter late. And the other thing is we want to, fortunately we have never really had a very serious accident, but we want to improve the safety. You mentioned how we're going to try and do that. Those are the two very important issues this year. Okay, well, if there's any other questions?